Right then, it's finally done. Taken about 2 years to do this guitar, mainly because I'm a lazy bastard. But this guitar came to me, or the body came to me and the neck, with no hardware, no machine heads, no nut. I'd say 2 years ago, from Johnny in Music Minds, and he just said, go nuts with it. So I think I've fulfilled my side of the contract, if not a little bit late. This was originally a Cruiser guitar by that guitar brand Crafter. Not the best guitar in the world, but it's actually a lovely shape. It's a lovely bit of wood actually. Underneath this there's some lovely wood. It's a two-piece body. And I know that because I sanded it by hand, because I'm a moron, all the way down to the bare wood. And I made these cuts a little bit more extreme, just for the aesthetic look of it. I think it works as well. Did the headstock as well in the same sort of job. And there we go. We're going to have a quick look at the back now, because this paint job, like the last one, is a 360-degree mind wank, and it doesn't stop. So bits on the front are linked to bits on the back. So here we go, we'll have a look. Boom, told you. I say it's all different elements, nature, buildings, very visceral stuff like skulls and blood veins. You know, I'm not exactly subtle, as everyone knows. And snakes and leaves and just crazy shit that goes the whole way around. Because why, if you're going to do something, why not overdo it? As you can see, I didn't do the neck and the headstock on this one on the back like I did on the last one, the infamous bastard caster, because it's actually quite a nice finish. Maple neck, rosewood fretboard, and I just, I want something to actually play and shred on it, and you can actually do that on this, which is pretty cool. So we go through now some of it, the hardware. These old Mexican Fender machine heads, they do the job. Backplate, these came off the internet. Amazing what you can get in China if you're prepared to wait. Bits and bobs, but there's actually, it does the trick. So, but this is the interesting thing. First of all, I have to say thank you to Sumneck Guitars for sourcing me this part, which is a barrel jack, because a normal input jack wouldn't fit in this, because it's just a tube that's been bored through on both sides, and there's a lot of wood there. So it's basically an extendable input jack, and it works very well. And you can see it's quite a simple setup. You got a three-way selector here, volume and tone. And if I flip this over, you can see what they're powering. These are amazing little pickups, and they come from a company, an Irish company called Wolfhound Audio. I don't actually know the guy. These were given to me by Peter Reese, who actually, these designs that are acid etched into the pickup are his, and he goes, check these out, I think you'll like them. And I'll put a link to both of their pages in the description of this video, because I think they're, first of all, they're sound, and they're also Irish, and they're good companies. But they are remarkably fat sounding pickups. I think he was designing them, he said that there would be low output humbuckers, rather like the old PAFs. And I can see what he was going for now. They're well wound, they're very well made, they're very, very substantial. They weigh a ton actually when you put them in. And but they are even clean. They have this wonderful fatness to them. Once you roll a little bit of this off, they almost sound like a bass at times, in a really, really cool way. But yeah, they're fantastic things. I would fully recommend these pickups. I say Wolfhound Audio. Very, very good. And as I say, just for another quick plug, if you want to buy any of Peter's art, this is his pages here. I'll put the links up in the description. But they're very, very good. Well worthwhile. A nice collaboration between Two Irish geniuses. Anyway, the rest of this goes quite simple. We have a Tune-o-matic style bridge which came up an ESP. The reason I went for this over, say, a Gibson or an Epiphone is because I have an LTD Viper, and this is one of the finest solid bridges that I've had in a long time. It's very good for tuning. You get very limited breaking of the strings at the bridge, which is nice. And I had to do a little bit of work putting sleeves in for these to go in so that you can keep it snug, but that was a small thing. I had to ream it out a little bit with a big drill bit. Simple wiring harness. We've got volume and tone, as I said before. These are nice little see-through at the top, if you can catch it. Can't quite catch it on this camera. Aftermarket knobs. And this came off an old Les Paul 3-bass selector. Bing, 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 bing. Very cool. But this, as I say, because all the different elements to this particular paint job, including our venerable snail, is called the Elementalist. And as I say, it's not subtle, it's not classy, but it's fucking cool, isn't it? I mean, seriously, look at it. Fuck's sake. There we go. So there we go. The Elementalist. Bye bye.